Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-December 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aquarius collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide spirit team, talk to me about the Aquarians. What do they got going on? We're getting close to your birthday season, my friends. Hope you're already getting ready for it. What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aquarius in mid-December. What's happening? What's the vibe? What's the energy around my good friends? There we go. Beautiful. Ooh, very sharp type of energy here. This reminds me of the Sword of Truth, the Ace of Swords, and the imagery on it is pretty amusing, like when we see the monkey dressed up like Shakespeare. But to me, the logic, the intelligence is no joke. It's like extremely sharp and truthful and honest. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. So we see here our little monkey pal. He's dressed up as Shakespeare. He's holding a skull, contemplating his life. He's in front of a typewriter. So obviously this is speaking about someone or something that has a really strong mental acuity, or just like a really strong mental power. So for a lot of Aquarians in this time, could be very important to feed your mind, feed your brain. You might be taking in a lot of information, learning new things. But in this time, like, there's nothing that's going to pull the wool over your eyes. When I see this card, it's like I see through it. I know what this is. Like, there's nothing that could fool me. Like, I could see down to the nuts and bolts. So if you're cross watching for an Aquarius, like, they might be trying to look through things. This could sometimes be someone in investigation mode as well. But to me, it's just very smart, sharp intellect. And you might want to take advantage of that energy while it's playing, because sometimes energy is like very daydreamy and soft. This one's not. This energy, it's like I'm seeing it, I'm acting. It's very logical, strict, and to the point, similar to the King of Swords. So I do like it. We'll leave it there, very honest, but we'll let him chill over there. He could keep doing his computations. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card here, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright, then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. And yeah, let's shuffle it up one time for the Aquarians. What's happening? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled An Unexpected Change. Now, life is all about perpetual change. Some are bigger than others. But to me, it felt like for a lot of Aquarians, there could be something that is about to shift rather quickly, or a situation could change when you don't quite see it coming. Now, we do have this strong mental action here, so that bodes well. But just know over the next couple weeks, like, this energy could stick around, where there's various situations where it's like this way one second, then another way another. Let's see what shows up this week, though. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Aquarius, please. Mid-December. And this has been an energy that's been floating around your readings for weeks now. For weeks. At least 2 or 3 weeks. We have the High Priestess, one of the biggest cards of mystery in the whole deck, leading us off. That's why I said, for some of you, if you're in like detective mode, I mean, we had this energy here. It likes to cut through mysteries. So I'm already picking that up. For some Aquarians, there could be something where you feel like there's more to the story. Or, I mean, we have the Queen of Wands, very, very confident, powerful energy here in the center. Strong divine feminine energy this week. Okay. The 9 of Wands here on the back end. All right. I'm getting some very intriguing vibes off of all this energy, Aquarius. When we combine it all, there's a lot of fire here. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I find it super intriguing that it's like we have a card of mystery, which is water. The High Priestess to me is like Pisces. I also link her to Cancer and Scorpio. But to me, she's like very mysterious, very shrouded, very subtle. Queen of Wands, not so much, where this one's like quiet, subtle. This one is out there and loud. So it's like we have two completely different vibes. Then this Nine of Wands, although there's a lot of fire, it could sometimes be unpredictable. So we're going to need to watch out for like explosive energy or unpredictable stuff, especially with this High Priestess here. But the Nine of Wands is an energy that's kind of like putting the hand up or rejecting something. So I want to see if that shows up more within the reading. Let's go through piece by piece and really start to build it out, though. Position number one, the High Priestess. Now, we spoke about her a little bit, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, and we see her there. She's sitting in a place of balance. She's between the two pillars. She's holding a volume of sacred law right there. So this is another card of information, gathering information, knowing things. But she is, aside from being the matron of psychics, intuitives, and tarot readers, she could be speaking about your intuition. So for a lot of Aquarians, maybe your gut is trying to tell you something. Maybe your intuition is trying to lead you to something or somewhere. And that's why I've been saying, like, maybe there's something where you feel like there's more to the story, or you might be putting on your investigator cap, because this is one of the biggest cards of mystery, the unknown, the unexpected, the surprising, the secret. And that, I'd say that's a big challenge with this card. Yes, it's very soft and subtle. There's a lot of powerful information connected to this card and a lot of empathy and feeling, but it's very secretive when we see it here in the front end. Now, just to keep it simple, the High Priestess, it could literally just be something you don't quite see coming. Like I said, last week's reading was an unexpected change. The week before that was a surprising something or other. So it makes sense that she's still lingering. Moving to the center, complete opposite, we have the Queen of Wands. Now, you might be connected to a fire sign. Remember, it's not always gender specific. I mean, you might have fire placements yourself. Queens represent the internal aspects of the suit that they're in. Wands, vitality. There's a lot of gusto. There's a lot of pizzazz and oomph when this card shows up. It's like passion, desire. I'm taking action. I'm doing this. This is a huge card of self-confidence, where this High Priestess, she's kind of chilling. She's not trying to attract any attention. Queen of Wands will take all the attention. She's like, yeah, no, yeah, look at me in all my glory. It's like that type of vibe. Now, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. She also links to aesthetics. So maybe some Aquarians out there, you might be changing something about your look or just how you present yourself to the world, but she's very, very confident. So it's like we have this switch up of energy where it goes from very subtle to very in your face, from the water to the fire. Now, moving to the back end, I feel like this could be the most intriguing part of the whole spread. We have this Nine of Wands. Now, a lot of readers call this the wounded warrior, where it's somebody having their guard up. In the positive, this could just be a protective energy, where it's like, all right, well, I've worked for this, so I'm going to protect this, or I value this, so I'm going to protect it. But this could also represent someone that's been through quite a few things, someone that's been scarred, someone that's been hurt. It could be issues in communication, where someone's putting a wall up, being very, very private, but at the same time, I feel like this could be somebody rejecting something. Okay, so whether it is a situation, a behavior, another person, a work thing, it's like, no, not that. So we're going to have to see how this all plays. I mean, it could just be a temporary problem or a bump in the road as well. But the way the energy flows to me when we go from like quiet in the cut to in your face, boom, then into a wall. Like it gets intense and then stopped. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Aquarius. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for my Aquarians. What's happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message. It means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the High Priestess. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aquarius, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, so what is happening? Why is this High Priestess here? Thank you. Strength in reverse. Okay. All right, so this could be something that may be a little more difficult than you had anticipated. Okay, so we're definitely going to want to see what shows up when we get to the Nine of Wands, that's for sure. But when I see the Strength card in reverse underneath the High Priestess, either one, it's something that you might just find irresistible, where it's like, I mean, I'm good, I'm very strict about certain things, but there's certain things where it's like, I enjoy it, or I can't help it. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. Now, for a small portion of you, yes, this could be a test from the universe coming up. When I see strength in reverse, it could be spirit saying like, hey, all right, Aquarius, you've done a lot of evolution. Let's see where you're at. So don't be surprised if there is a surprising or unexpected test from the universe, of course, because strength is about the strength of character. This is a card that we connect with Leo, so maybe some of you are connected to Leo, but if that's not the case, we think of internal strength. So in reverse, it's a very tempting type of energy where spirit tests you or tempts you. Either that or it's just the situation where it's like, this might be harder than I thought it would be. So lots of interesting stuff there. So either a test from the universe, what I just mentioned, we're going to have to talk about it more during the recap. But let's keep moving. I feel like we don't need to go too much deeper into that. Very, very straightforward with those few messages. But let's see what the Queen of Wands has to say. I really want to get to that Nine of Wands. So what's going on? Thank you. All right, so now this could be someone acting very nonchalant about something. We have the Tower in reverse underneath the Queen of Wands. Like, I don't care. Like, no, yeah, I don't give a damn. It's like giving me that kind of vibe. Very odd energies I'm picking up this week. Now, the Tower, even in reverse, it does represent an energy of shock. This person could be giving off an air of confidence where it's like, all right, well, I'll take all the towers. I don't care. Like, I'm fine either way, which if that's truly how someone's feeling, awesome. Where it's like, nothing can shake me. I am on my path. Nothing can shake me off of it. That could be a good thing. But Tower in reverse could be something that's already happened. This could be someone that still isn't fully done healing from something too. So it's like I'm getting all these unique energies here where it's like, oh, can't help it, I'm caving, well, I don't give a damn. Like, all this energy is very nonchalant, where it's like, oh, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. So we're just going to have to see how it plays out. Like, because even the energy I'm picking up off of this in the center, I feel like it's rushing me away, which is so peculiar. Like, usually, like, the energies draw me into them. This one is like, nothing to see here. No, yeah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Just rushing me away. Now, the Tower, it's Scorpio energy. If you're connected to Scorpio, this could be it. It's better to receive it in reverse, I would say, because it's like, all right, well, I wasn't expecting it, but I knew it. It's like one of those weird things where it's like, well, I should be surprised, but I'm not. It's like, it's so many unique things showing up for you this week. But again, someone could be giving off an energy of like, I don't care. Or like, I'm fine, it's no big deal. So some of you, maybe that's a mode you're in. You're just going to keep it pushing, keep it moving. So let's move over to the Nine of Wands. I will give her wish and keep moving. Okay, Nine of Wands time. Nine of Wands. Thank you. Ten of Pentacles. This too chaotic. So there is an energy of rejection here. Because with what I'm seeing, the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles in the upright, this could be someone really standing firm about something. But at the same time, I also get someone saying like, listen, that's just too much damn chaos, right? Because like, I feel like this is like predictable and it's sturdy, it's stable. When we go from Nine of Wands to Ten of Pentacles, like that's firm. This is a wall right here. And all this energy, very nonchalant, seems totally different, like on a totally different page. So in this time, for a lot of Aquarians, there could be behaviors, habits you're rejecting. There could be situations you're rejecting. There could be even people when we have this energy, because this is building a brick wall. So I could possibly be seeing that in this time, but at the same time, I'm feeling like, all right, that's chaos. I'm good on that. That's another vibe I'm getting. Now, I will say this, the Ten of Pentacles is beautiful. This is a card of victory, abundance, blessings, level up type of energy. So when I see it under a very protective card like the Nine of Wands, it's like, okay, I've made a lot of progress, or I've made it to here, and I'm not going to revert back. Like, I don't know why these messages are coming through this way, Aquarius. So do with these what you will, my friends, but there is an energy of either rejecting a situation or something, where it's like, all right, that's chaos, too much going on out there, I'm cool over here. So let's go through and do a quick recap, and then we'll get into the shadow. But position number one, we're starting off with the High Priestess, which is very secretive, unexpected, with the Strength card in reverse. So I did say for some Aquarians, this could be like an unexpected or surprising test from the universe. where something is very tempting. There might be something out there where it's like you can't quite help it, whether it is a behavior, whether it is a person, where it's like I just can't help myself. It's something I enjoy. Moving to the center, and there's a lot of temptation in the front end, but we have the Queen of Wands with the Tower in reverse, very nonchalant. Now, this could be someone that may feel like they've completed a healing journey of some sort. If that's the case, awesome. But at the same time, I feel like this is someone where it's like nothing's going to throw me off track. I'm very determined. I've been through this. I don't care. I don't give a damn. It's just an energy of brushing things off. Moving to the back end, all this up here feels a little bit chaotic. This back end does not. The Nine of Wands, wounded warrior putting the wall up with the Ten of Pentacles, very sturdy and firm. So for a lot of Aquarians, there could be people, situations, career things, various things where you're just putting the wall up and saying, not for me, for whatever reason. That's just the big vibe I'm picking up here on the back end. Because outside of this wall, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of chaos. So just be cautious about inviting chaos into your space. So please take a screenshot if you'd like to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. I mean, it wasn't a bad reading, I'll say that, but it did have a very good positive ending. But let's see what's in the shadows. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And yeah, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel and have much love for all my channel members. Let's get you your shadow card. What is happening? Thank you. Six of Pentacles, very giving energy, and I find this interesting that we have an energy that's like putting a wall up and saying no thanks. Then we have the Six of Pentacles showing up, which is a card of being very charitable, being very giving. So it's like doing the opposite of what we have here in the main part of the spread, where like there's rejecting, but now this one's giving when it shows up in the shadows. So it's like one energy is like super open, the other one is very clamped down. Now the Six of Pentacles, like I mentioned, is very charitable. It does speak of fairness and balance. So if any Aquarians are in situations where you just feel it's off kilter, you feel like it's not fair or unbalanced, this energy is spirit saying like do what you need to do to make it right, for sure. But the Six of Pentacles can be too giving sometimes, so just make sure you're not crossing that into that territory. Like, yeah, give. You don't have to shut things down completely all the time, but just watch how much you're giving. That's a big thing here with that. So yeah, I think it's very simple, straightforward. And yeah, Aquarius, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet though. I'm going to give you the details, the December subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar and book one at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the December subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Everyday Witches Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, what do you want Santa Claus to bring you this year for Christmas? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.